guys, welcome back. I'm here today, as promised, to talk about the benefits to KU. I hope you guys are doing well. Before we get launched into that, I just want to shout out to everybody still on quarantine. I have a feeling this is going to be a long ride, and I hope you guys are making the best of it. I hope you're having fun with your families, at least surviving them. I know that it's a little crazy right now, and for everyone, we're all trying to figure out what we're doing, and it's not crazy in a good way. So I'm with ya, and I feel ya, and all I can say is that for me, I'm taking the time to do as much writing as I can. I've got a kid home, which is a surprise, but a good one, making the best of all that. And yeah, when I can find time in between life, someone once said I write between the margins of my life, and that's where I'm at. So anyway, today, like I said, I wanted to talk about the perks of KU. I did a video, and if you haven't seen it yet, you can find it in my videos. It's on the playlist for indie authors. I did a video last week or maybe early this week. Their days are running together when I don't have to be anywhere. About wide and why I believe in wide and why I consider myself a wide author. If I had to choose KU or wide, I'd go wide. Really, I'm hybrid. I'd say about 20% of my titles, maybe 30 are KU, and the rest are wide. In there, I kind of made mention that romance with KU is a whole different thing. Anything I said in that wide video does not apply to romance, and I'll talk about that here. All of my romance titles, or at least the good majority, I would say 80% of them, are KU, and there are reasons for that. So, if you are Team KU, this video is for you. The number one great thing about KU is that KU readers are hungry. For those who don't understand KU and how KU works, KU is sort of like the equivalent to Netflix. So, readers will pay a certain amount a month. I want to say it's $10, but I could be wrong because there's no planet I will ever be a KU subscriber. But I think it's $10 a month. They pay a certain amount a month to Amazon to be able to read books that are in this KU program for free. And authors, instead of being paid a flat royalty rate for books, get paid per page read. So they get paid every time a reader switches to the next page on their Kindle. KU is not something that can be in paperback. It's just an ebook thing. So anyway, KU, which stands for Kindle Unlimited, works like a Netflix type program. Readers will pay a certain amount a month, and then in return, they can access all books that are listed in this way on KU. Now, to be in KU, you are agreeing to a certain time period. Generally, it's 90 days, but you could extend that and make that ongoing. Some people always have their books in KU. Either way, KU is something that the author is agreeing that this book cannot be on any other platform. There's no Nook, there's no Apple, there's no anything. Like, there's no other platform. The only place that readers can find your book is on KU. Now, with that said, people that will invest $10 a month or whatever the cost is to become members of the KU program are pretty hungry readers. They're not reading like one book a month. These guys are reading, and they read a lot. And a lot of these readers are very indie friendly. So, because you're not going to find big 6 books in KU like you would indie books. So for indie authors, a lot of indie authors swear that you make a fortune in KU and that that's where the readers are. On one level, I agree with this. In the romance genre, I absolutely agree. And in that way, if you're a new romance author, you want to put your book in KU, period. No matter how you feel about the politics behind Amazon, any of that, you want to be in KU as a new romance author. And with that said, you will get readers. I know a lot of authors who will put their book one in a series in KU and then their following titles in a series on wide, hoping that they can bring their KU readers, you basically hook them, kind of like bait the fish, and then get them into their work, get them to be like true fans of their work, not just a fly-by-night, oh, this looks interesting type of reader. Kind of reel them in and then get them on all platforms. From what I hear, and the math tells me that doesn't work as well as it could. I'm not saying it doesn't work at all. It does work, but not in a way that's like significantly like impactful to a royalty report. We've tried it 100 times. It's just not, 2 or 3 readers maybe, but it's not a general thing. Readers don't usually hop from KU and then follow an author all over the place, which again, it sounds like I'm bashing KU and I'm really trying to do only good about KU. So we're going to stick to the good. The good is you got hungry, avid readers that will come back for more, that will continue to one-click on your books. If you want readers to buy your book, KU is the place. If you're a new author, if you're a romance author, and if you don't mind being paid per page read. Now, mind you, a reader can get your book on KU and not read it, and or stop on page 3 and that's the end of it. And it may not be that they hated your book. It could just be, well, I didn't have time, or I saw something else I wanted to read. I mean, they changed their mind, whatever. You're not going to get paid for the whole book, in theory, the way you would if they had bought it wide, where they pay $2.99 for a book, and that's their book, and whether they ever read it or not, they get paid. Now, it makes it sound like I'm all about the money. Like I only care about what you get back. I'll tell you what. When you list a book on Amazon and it's not in KU, you're getting 35 cents for a 99-cent sale. If you are with a publisher, you're likely getting 17 cents or less for that same sale. So this is not about the money. This is about readers. If you want hungry, generally indie inclined romance readers, KU is the place for you. It's a great place for people to discover new authors. There are a lot of readers who love finding new authors. They want to find that gem. People depend on it. There are some readers that will only read KU. They feel like, well, if I'm paying $10, and I don't blame them. They feel like if I'm paying $10 a month, then why would I pay for an individual book when I can get this whole huge shelf of books that are available to me at any time for that same $10? So when you go wide instead of going KU, you could lose those readers, and you probably will. Again, like I've talked about, there are other authors that absolutely swear KU is the way to go. They were making nothing in wide, and they moved their books to KU, and away they went, and now they're making a fortune. I don't know. That has not been my experience. But again, I'm multi-genre, and I'm trying it. I'm trying it with my romance titles. Now, I'm also aware that it may be other factors. My regular readership expects me to be wide. I have a huge wide readership. I think I have more wide sales than I do Amazon sales because I've worked so hard to build that readership. Certainly close to equal anyway. So for me, the KU isn't paying off that way, but other authors will literally fight. This is like a huge thing. They will fight and just insist the only place to be is KU. And I can understand why, if a reader is pro-indie, open-minded to new authors, adamant that they're not going to pay more than that subscription price that they pay every month, which again, I don't blame. If you're paying for Netflix, you've got way less of a chance that you're going to go over to Hulu, right? I mean, you've already got Netflix. Hulu better have something to offer that you cannot get on Netflix. And I know there are readers who do that. Their favorite author is not in KU, or they have a big six author that they just love and they're dying to read a book. Yeah, they're going to go over and buy the book. However, they'll buy it on Amazon without it being in KU, most likely, because they're obviously not anti-Amazon. So, oh, there's a ghost in here. That's good. That may happen again. That light does that sometimes. So anyway, that is all great things. And for newer authors who just want to get their name out there and who don't have a lot of promotion happening, they aren't paying for paid ads, they don't have a PA, they want to kind of just dip their foot in this and get their toe. If I was self-published and I'd never put a book out in the world and I was romance, boom, right to KU. Honestly, I think no matter what my genre was, if I was a brand new author, self-publishing, without a lot of confidence and without an established platform, an established reader base, I'd go KU. I think it's an easier, gentler place for indie authors to start. And for that reason, KU is awesome. I also think being in KU can be a confidence builder for people. I think that a lot of authors have luck with it. And obviously your Amazon rank is going to look better when the only place it's available is on Amazon. So people who are hyperfixated on ranks are going to go, oh, look at me, I'm top 10,000 on Amazon if they're over in KU, where you're not going to see those bigger numbers how the other platforms might have played into your overall picture, sales, or quote rank. So like when you see a rank on Amazon, it's only for Amazon. They're not looking at, well, where does this book, what does it look like on other platforms? Because there are no other platforms. So like when you see a list run, right, that's never KU. In order to list, and I'll do another video, I'll do many videos on listing, a book has to be wide. Why is that? Because for USA Today, oh, hello, Ghost. For USA Today to even notice a book, it's got to be selling all over the place. It's got to be out there on Nook. You need like 500 sales per platform on other platforms, 5,000 sales on Amazon. There's a whole formula that comes into play that isn't achievable just on KU. You will not see a KU book on USA Today, for example. So this is where I come in with the dress for the job you want, not the job you have argument. But again, when I see it, I know that's what most authors are doing. And while I don't agree with it, I understand it. I totally get why people would go KU. It may not be for me, but it may be for other people, and I'm okay with that. I know there are authors that do have success with KU. I would say that 90% of those authors that I do know that have success with KU are romance, because romance is a different breed. Romance readers are hungry. I don't know of another genre with a more, like, just give me more audience than the romance authors, and in that way they're super lucky. So that's my thoughts on KU. There'll be more, and I'll keep popping them into videos as we go. In the meantime, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of yourselves, finding ways to occupy yourselves during all this. And until next time, peace, love, books, and crazy.